Yo, what up guys, it's your boy Dougie. Today I'm going to be breaking down this beat right here for you. So yeah, let's just get right into it. All right, so this is the full finished project file right here. Before I get into this, let me know if you guys like these breakdowns of a finished beat or if you would rather see me cook up this beat like live from scratch. I've done a couple videos of just cooking up the beat from scratch, so I figured why not switch it up and do a breakdown of one that I already cooked up. That way I can kind of better explain what I'm doing here. Yeah, let's just get right into it. So the first thing that I did is I created this guitar pattern here with, I believe, yeah, so I use Flex. This Ace Nylon MK1 guitar preset is by far the best guitar preset I've ever used, and it's stock in FL, which is absolutely insane. So here is what it sounds like with no effects on it. Let me just turn all these off. Cool, so that already sounds insane. This is pretty much just an F sharp minor chord right here. I just took the C sharp and moved it down. This whole pattern is playing in that F sharp minor, pretty much just using the same notes as the chord with the F sharp. Again, just move down 1 octave to use for bass notes. And this pattern is pretty much the same thing right here, but I just moved it down 5 semitones. And that is dropping it down a 5th, and it just gives it that dark Travis Scott kind of vibe when it goes into the next this next section of the pattern. I added a bunch of stuff to it, so I added some delay. Used this widen preset in the Fruity Delay too. It just makes it wider. I don't really know how else to explain it. And then I also added some more regular delay, some reverb, some EQ just to cut out some of the lows. Chorus, I just used a preset for here for chorus, this vintage chorus and this vintage phaser. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is what it sounds like with all the effects on it. So from there, I wanted to add a pad or something just to give it a little more depth and background. So this is, I literally just took the chords and just added it to this pattern. So I used a preset in Analog Lab. This was almost all stock, but I had to use this Blue Note pad because I just like the way it sounds. So this is what this sounds like here. I added these couple of accent notes up here too, just to give it a little flair. Super subtle, but you can hear it in the background if you're really paying attention. So then the next thing I did was I added a flute, and this is also just a preset in Flex. I don't know where it is. It's just called flute in Flex. Another dope sounding preset. I added some effects to it and stuff, but this is the pattern. This is what it sounds like without any of the effects on it. So yeah, sounds okay, but once you add the effects, that's what kind of really makes it here. On here, on the flute, I added, again, the widen delay preset here, some reverb, some chorus, and then just some EQ to cut out the lows. And this is what it sounds like with all the effects added. So yeah, definitely sounds a little bit better with all the effects added on. So then the next thing that I added was I took the melody and I reversed it. This is what it sounds like. And the way that I did that was I took the melody, rendered it to an audio clip. Let me do that. I'm going to show you my exact process. So I took the guitar, quick render as audio clip. So I'll drop that down here. And this is what it sounds like if you just take it and reverse it. It sounds a little bit different. So this is what it sounds like. So it has like the lower parts playing first and then the higher parts, but I want it to follow the same exact structure that the original guitar melody has. So what I do is I chop it up every bar. What I do is so you reverse it like this first, and then I chop it up like this every bar, and then I'll drag them in, put them in like reverse order like this. So then you have like the high parts playing first, still reversed, and then you still have the low parts playing last. So it's the same like general structure as the original melody, but it just sounds a little bit cleaner. This is what it sounds like after you do that. And then with the guitar too, you can hear it follows just the same exact melody. That's how I got this audio clip right here. It's just the melody reversed, nothing too crazy. So then yeah, after I did all of that stuff with the melodies, I went and added a bass line, and the preset that I use is actually from a drum kit from my boy Chew. Link in the description to his drum kit also. It is, let me find it, his centerfold drum kit. And it is under basses, and it's the cinnamon bass, and this is what that sounds like. Fire sub bass. Added the slides to give it that cool effect too. But yeah, nothing too crazy going on here. And that's pretty much it for the melody. After that, we go into the drums. It's just a simple 2-step hi-hat. I adjusted some of the velocities just to make it a little more bouncy, give it that different kind of vibe, but pretty straightforward there. Also added the second hi-hat pattern just to make it a little bit more complex at some parts, add a couple rolls. This is what this sounds like. Yeah, again, nothing too fancy. As you're gonna see, all of my drums in this beat are super simple. And that is because the melody in the guitar kind of has a lot going on, and I don't wanna just crowd up the entire beat with a bunch of crazy drums. And I feel like too, in a lot of popular songs and a lot of songs in general, right? People like to listen to and hear very repeatable and predictable patterns, and simple patterns as well. So when you're making your beats, I would definitely keep that in mind, to just keep it simple, kind of don't overthink it. Honestly, like, you know how to do it. It's just a simple pattern, and that's kind of what makes good beats good. Honestly. So we'll keep moving on here. So all of the drum sounds are from my Richmond Lane drum kit. It's free. You can download it below in the description. It's right here. It's got a bunch of super clean sounds. And yeah, you guys can just download it for free. First link in the description. It's fire. So then yeah, moving on to the snare. Again, like I just said, super simple pattern. It's just, yeah, super simple pattern. Same thing for the other snare. I guess this is a little bit different, but yeah, again, super simple. I adjusted the velocity of the second one to not hit as loud, just to give it a different effect, I guess. But yeah, super simple pattern. Same thing with the open hats. Nothing too crazy going on there. Even with the 808 too, it's just a super simple pattern. I know I keep saying super simple over and over again, but that's just really just the idea of this beat. It's just a repeatable, easy to listen to, easy to predict beat. And the drum patterns and the simplicity of that aren't what makes the beat interesting to listen to. It's how you arrange it. And we'll get into that later. But yeah, all the patterns, like I keep saying, are just super simple. And then same thing with the kick too. It's just a normal kick. It just hits wherever the 808 hits, and that's it. Nothing too crazy. So yeah, that is the finished beat. I have some effects here, a riser and a little camera effect from my drum kit. And then this little camera. That's pretty much it. I guess I'll also go through and kind of break down the structure of the beat and what I was envisioning. So this section right here is just a little intro section. It's just the guitar and the bass. Just kind of want to build up like suspense, build up tension. I want people to be like, holy shit, this is about to drop. This is going to sound sick. And that's kind of the point of this. Nothing cuts out here. I added this little riser to build tension here. So this is what that sounds like. And then once this comes in, I have the guitar, the reverse guitar, the pad, and then the hi-hats and the rest of the drums too, and that little camera to just hit and just kind of solidify that drop. And then so that obviously goes into the hook right here. And I took the flute out of the first part of the hook just to add a little bit of variation. It's still the same thing twice, but then the flute just kind of gives it a little bit of difference. And then from there we go into the verse. And this section right here is the verse. It kind of builds, so it starts off slow, builds a little bit more, builds a little bit more, and then drops off super slow again, like drops off completely to having almost everything playing to having almost nothing playing. And then that having nothing playing here and having the pattern cut out here like this builds tension and builds suspense, and then all that tension gets resolved again right here when the second chorus comes in and everything is playing. So yeah. Again, I'll just play, I guess, the verse through and we can talk about it. So I'll play it from here. That way you guys can listen. So it's everything playing at once here, and then all of a sudden drops to nothing. And then you're like, okay, so this must be where the verse starting. It's a clear, distinct difference from the chorus to the verse. And then add this little cut right here too, just to build tension. And another. And then have the bass and have not all the instruments playing at once right here too, just to and then simple. Then we bring in the 808, and we also bring in the hi-hat too, and the hi-hat just adds more bounce. But we only have the simple hi-hat playing, not the other more complex hi-hat, because we just want a little bit of bounce, not too much. It's still just the verse. And then yeah, so then it just drops from having almost everything playing to having almost nothing playing, only two patterns playing. You can use this as kind of like a pre-chorus, I guess, pre-hook, whatever you want to say. But yeah, this is just to build tension back up for the chorus. And then it just repeats again for the second half of the song. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a breakdown of this beat. This beat is releasing on Spotify on this Friday, I believe. So definitely, if you want to listen to it, you can stream it over there. It's already out on my BeatStars right now. If you want to download it for free, if you want to purchase it also, that'd be pretty sick. Go to my BeatStars. It's in the link below as well. But yeah, let me guys know if you like this beat breakdown type of video, or if you'd rather see me cook up this beat live from scratch. But yeah, that's it. It's been real. It's been your boy Dougie. Peace.